Hey guys, I'm Drew, and today I'm here to talk to you about my top 3 favorite monthly dividend paying stocks for 2021 using the Robinhood app. So let's jump right in. The first company I'd like to go over with you is Realty Income, ticker O. And the reason I like them is because it's an industry I know and understand. This company owns a lot of real estate. This company has here's like an example of some of their tenants. So they own buildings. These are the top 20 tenants that they have. Walgreens, 7-Eleven, FedEx. These are all stores that we know and are familiar with the names. It also has like a number of leases that they have, different buildings they own, and it really just goes into the numbers, and it's something that I understand. Their whole motto is that they pay monthly dividends. They're known as the monthly dividend stock. One thing to note about them is they pay a 4.64% dividend yield currently, and I find it kind of interesting to take a look at this year and compare it to the rest of the stock market as a whole. I feel like real estate hasn't quite recovered like the rest of the stock market. And so a lot of other investors feel like it could be a good time to buy into Realty Income while it's lower now and wait for the real estate market to come back up. And so that's definitely something that I feel very comfortable with. I'm definitely going to hold on to these stocks for the long term and to see the growth that comes along with it, as well as the monthly income that comes from the dividend. Next up is SPHD, PowerShares S&P 500 High Dividend Low Volatility ETF. So the thing I like about this ETF is the fact that it's not a stock. So it's essentially a bucket, and a bunch of different companies were put into this bucket to create this monthly dividend paying ETF. This pays about a 4.76 dividend yield. And so just to kind of take a look at the different companies or the different type of companies that are inside of it. Here's the sector weightings list here. So, you can take a look at this on Yahoo Finance. I highly encourage to not just take my opinion blindly and just throw your money at it. I highly encourage you to take the time and dig through these, do your own research, as I'm not a financial advisor, and this is my opinion. And these are things that I'm personally investing into. And, taking a look at the different types of companies that are inside of this ETF. There's ExxonMobil, Altera. There's a bunch of different companies in here that pay dividends. And this is essentially just an ETF that rounds out all the different paying companies inside of it so that we can get a nice, reliable monthly dividend paying ETF. And so this is definitely my number 2 on this list. It has a high confidence rating, meaning that it has a good track record as far as how often it pays out its dividends and how many increases it does or has done over the years. And in fact, all 3 of these stocks or ETFs that I'm talking about today have a very high confidence rating. And that's why I've picked them to put them into my portfolio. On top of that, they're not all in the same sector. So Realty Income is obviously real estate. This is an ETF that's rounded and has a bunch of different types of investments in it, and here it has the breakdown of the different weightings inside of it. And so this is another one that I feel confident in, and I have it in my portfolio, not with Robinhood, but in another brokerage that I have. Eventually, I'm going to transfer everything over to M1 Finance, as it's easier for me to manage, and I like the user interface a lot better. But that's for a different video. And so I'm a big fan of SPHD and have been investing into it for years. And lastly, I want to talk to you about Main Street Capital, ticker MAIN. And so these guys, what they do essentially is what they give small to medium-sized companies loans to help them build their business. And so, like I said, I like to invest into companies that I feel like I understand the business. And so essentially these guys just give loans out to other small to medium-sized companies, and they help them grow their business. It allows these businesses to scale up in a way that helps them earn more money and get to their end product faster. And so the benefit of that is that these companies can grow faster and they can pay back those loans with added interest. And that turns into income for Main Street Capital. Main Street Capital pays a percentage of their income in the form of dividends to us. And so that, like I said, is a business model I understand and I can get behind. Main Street Capital pays a dividend yield of 7.41% a year. And like I said, all of these stocks, whether it's Realty Income, SPHD, or Main Street Capital, they all pay monthly. And so if that's something that you're looking to get, or start off, if you're just beginning with investing and you want to see some of your money working for you and coming back to you, these are great options that you can get started with and start to see how this all works. A lot of people use these three different stocks or ETFs as income in retirement. But me personally, what I'm doing is I'm reinvesting everything that they pay out in the form of dividend back into itself. Albert Einstein said that the most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. So one of the best things that you could do for yourself is learn about compound interest and how it works, and how reinvesting the dividends that you get into the stock that you own will maximize your potential when it comes to long-term growth and the amount of wealth that you would like to have when you retire. Anyway, guys, those are my top 3 monthly paying dividend stocks for 2021 using the Robinhood app. And so if you guys are at all interested in starting with investing and haven't started yet, you can get some free stocks, one from Robinhood, and for signing up with M1 Finance and funding at $100, they'll give you $30. That's a 30% return on your money. The only thing that you have to do is keep it in their brokerage for at least a month, and then you can pull it out if you want. Not saying do that or not, but I'm a big fan of how that platform works. And so go ahead and use those apps if you're interested in getting started with investing. And I can definitely do a starters video for people who are just looking to start out with investing. If you are at all interested in getting started with investing and aren't sure how, please leave some comments below so that I can spend time to make a video like that, so that you can feel comfortable with investing and start your process when it comes to building wealth. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you all stay safe out there, and I appreciate your time.